Okay, we're back, video 2, continuing with our history of AIDS timeline. I'll just read the last year that we covered in the first video. It was in 1948. We know that the United States confirmed the endorsement of devising a scheme in which to address the issue of overpopulation in certain racial groups. State Department George McKennan's memo will forever illuminate the eugenics mendacity necessary for genocide of millions of innocent people. In 1949, there's a Dr. Bjorn Sigurdsson isolates the Visna virus. Visna is man-made and shares some unique DNA with HIV. See Proceedings of the United States, NAS, Volume 92, pp. 3283-7, April 11th, 1995. There's a reference there that he is alerting us to investigate. Okay, so that was 1949, so we're down to 1951. We know how our government conducted its first virus attack on African Americans. Crates in Pennsylvania were tainted to see how many Negro crate handlers in Virginia acquire the placebo virus. They were also experimentally infecting sheep and goats. According to author Eva Sneed, they also held their first world conference on an AIDS-like virus. So that was 1951. In 1954, Dr. Bjorn Sigurdsson publishes his first paper on Visna virus and establishes himself as the grandfather of the AIDS virus. He will encounter competition from Dr. Carlton Gajduszek. In 1955, they were able to artificially assemble the tobacco mosaic virus. Mycoplasmas will forever be at the heart of the US biological warfare program. I'm just looking at the time, 717. And 717 is Armageddon. Okay. Here we go. In 1957, future US President, Republican Gerald Ford and others gave the US Pentagon permission to aggressively deploy offensive biological agents. There are no recorded cases of AIDS prior to the 1957 creation of Special Operation X, known as the SOX program, served as the immediate prototype program for the Special Virus Program to begin in 1962. By 1960, Nikita Khrushchev had been let in on the biological weapon. His 1960 statement will long reflect the arrogance of this secret blend of communism and democracy. The two countries would go to a November 1972 agreement to cull the black population. In 1961, scientist Haldor, looks like Thomas or Tomar, perhaps it's Tomar, it's actually smudged, publishes that viruses cause cancer. In 1995, he and Carlton Gajduszek informed the National Academy of Sciences that the study of Visna in sheep would be the best test candidate anti-HIV drugs. The study of Visna in sheep would be the best test for candidate anti-HIV drugs. Boy, you can see where this is leading. In 1962, under the cover of cancer research, the United States charts a path to commit premeditated murder. The Special Virus Program begins on February the 12th. That's February the 12th, 1962. Dr. Len Hayflick sets up a U.S. mycoplasma laboratory at Stanford University. Many believe that the Special Virus Program began in November 1961 with a Pfizer contract. Beginning in 1963 and for every year thereafter, the Special Virus Program conducted annual progress reviews at Hershey Medical Center, Hershey, Pennsylvania. The annual meetings are representative of the aggressive nature in which the United States pursued the development of AIDS. In 1964, the United States Congress gave full support for the leukemia/lymphoma, which is AIDS virus research. In 1967, the National Academy of Sciences launched a full-scale assault on Africa. The CIA, Technical Services Division, acknowledges secret inoculator program. In 1969, Fort Detrick told world scientists and the Pentagon asked for more money. They knew they could make AIDS. Nixon's July 18th secret memo to Congress on overpopulation served as the start of the paper trial of the AIDS Holocaust. Okay, so that was his secret memo to Congress on overpopulation, served as the start of the paper trail of the AIDS Holocaust. Okay, in 1970, President Nixon signed PL 91-213, and John D. Rockefeller III became the population czar. Nixon's August 10th National Security Memo leaves no doubt as to the genocidal nature of depopulation. In 1971, Progress Report number 8 is issued. The flowchart, there's a flowchart that Boyd Graves has on his website. You can, for a fee, you can download it. I think it's $7 US, although Brian was actually charged 10, but anyway, you can download the 1971 virus flowchart. Apparently it takes about 6 pages or anyway, at the end of the day, what you have is their flowchart. The flowchart will forever resolve the true laboratory birth origin of AIDS. Eventually, the Special Virus Program will issue 15 reports and over 20,000 scientific papers. The flowchart links every scientific paper, medical experiment, and US contract. The flowchart would remain missing until 1999. World scientists were stunned. The flowchart will gain in significance throughout the 21st century. It is also clear the experiments conducted under Phase 4-A of the flowchart are our best route to better therapy and treatment for people living with HIV/AIDS. The first 60 pages of the progress report, number 8 of the Special Virus Program, prove conclusively the specific goal of the program. By June 1977, the Special Virus Program had produced 15,000 gallons of AIDS. The AIDS virus was attached as complement to vaccines sent to Africa and Manhattan. However, because of the thoroughness of the authors, like Dr. Robert E. Lee, we also learned the Stanford Mycoplasma Laboratory issues one of the first papers with AIDS in the title: Viral Infections in Man Associated with Acquired Immunological Deficiency, states. The primary scientist, Dr. Thomas Merrigan, was a consultant to the Special Virus Program. And I think with that I have to end here, and we'll go to video 3 to continue.